Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about how I prepared for the most recent silver crash, or silver dip, however you want to call it. For those of you new to my channel, I am going on my 8th year of stacking. I started buying silver when it was $20 an ounce, almost 8 years ago. And hey, silver's $19 now, went as low as 18. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how and when I started preparing for price dips. As I mentioned, I started 2014, spot price was $20, and then I quickly saw it go down to 18, 17, and even 16. And then it started to go back up again. So, having seen that silver can go down, and it does go down, I started to prepare and really became really cautious about what I bought once silver hit spot price of $21, $22 an ounce. On the way back up, that is. So a little bit of story background. When I first started stacking, I mainly bought generic rounds. I bought Buffalo rounds, I bought generic bars, and it was really gut-wrenching to see the value of those going down over the course of a couple years. I kept buying it into the 19s, 18s, 17s, and then rode it back up again. But I did become, I think, a more wise and patient investor or buyer of silver. So once it started getting over 22, 23, I knew silver could come back down again. So I pretty much stopped all my generic bullion purchases and started being strategic of what I bought. I really enjoyed buying the Queen's Beast. I saw these going up in value year over year as new coins continued to be released. So this became a staple of what I started purchasing. And then slowly and slowly, my approach became buying with an upside. So that is the way that I prepared for or leverage for lower prices in the future. I never could have predicted it. I never thought, hey, silver will go down. It was more of an insurance for myself. I want to have the value of the coin and some appreciating potential. So that's just what I did. So I bought Queen's Beast. I continued buying some of the lunar coins. These weren't the best plays, but at least they sustained some of their value on the ways ups and downs. So I continued buying the other coins in this series. This was the first one that I bought since I started in 2014. I also continued looking for coins with an upside. And when I first started stacking, you could find Libertads for about the same price as where you can find American Silver Eagles. And in general, I like that coin. I thought it had better appeal, better potential. And what the difference in mintage versus difference in price, I thought these were the better buys. So I bought silver Libertads. I never could have expected these would become very popular coins as they did in 2020, 21, 22. And now I think it's a staple in a lot of people's stacks. So I bought a lot of these, mainly because I enjoy the coin, but I saw had greater potential. Got really lucky with 2-ounce coins as well. So I purchased some of those. So Libertads, I like buying Libertads. I also purchased 10-ounce Queen's Beast. I noticed that these had nice appreciation for the earlier releases, and I just continued buying these. I thought these were a safe buy because they could at least get some premium added to it. And they're beautiful coins. What can I say? A few of the other things when I saw Silver Eagles going parabolic, going to $35, $36, $37, $39 an ounce for these, what I did is I sold most of my American Silver Eagles. And you could check in my channel history and check out the video of when I sold these. And I talked about what I was going to buy. And one of those things that I bought were Una and the Lion bars. I thought these had great potential. These were about 32 an ounce when I sold my Silver Eagles for 37, about average 37 an ounce. So I was in the green with these, and I thought these had good appreciating potential. So I bought some of these. Not saying that I know which ones to buy all the time. It's just these have limited mintage. It was an appealing design. The entry price was right, and that's what I was looking for. Coins and bars with upside. I also got some of the 1 ounce. Now it's very important that my strategy changed and I bought coins with an upside because I became comfortable selling on eBay, selling on other peer-to-peer formats. So I knew that I could get a way out of these if premium were to increase and I needed to do private sales instead of selling to my local coin shop. I also bought some of the Komsco coins that came out. Same trend, limited mintage, very appealing design. Good entry point for these. These were very close to other government minted coins with a higher upside potential in my opinion. So I bought some of these. I did stop buying just general coins, general bars, generic rounds, just because I didn't see that being a prudent. I started hating Buffalo rounds because that was the initial purchase that I had. I bought them at $22, $23 an ounce. A few years later, those were worth $17 an ounce. So that's what I really wanted to avoid, and the reason why I kept looking for opportunities with an upside. These are some of most recent purchases. These were purchased not too long ago. This is the second in series. Another example of the coins and bars that I am looking for. I didn't want to stop completely buying silver and gold because, you know, silver could go 200 at some say, and I'd miss out. But obviously it didn't, and now we know that's not a very reasonable price to expect. So I expect silver to be fluctuating between $16 and $25 an ounce in perpetuity. And that's the way that I plan for it, that's the way that I hedge, and that's the approach that I'll take. I did buy some graded Libertad coins as well. These have done well. It's all about the entry point. And I did buy some generic per se that I just couldn't resist, but no, these were more of a play of it's a Bitcoin round. Maybe in the future it might do well, but those were about $3 over spot, so that was a good purchase in my opinion. Other examples of coins that I bought. These are more fun. These are more for my collection. I don't mind if I lose money in these in the future. Just bought a handful just to have them. I think this will be a new series, and I think it will do well in the future. And that was also my approach with coins like these. You know, these are the types of things that I sell peer-to-peer, I trade, or I sell on eBay. I'm not a huge seller, but I have become comfortable with that over time. Over the course of a few years, I also almost completed my Libertads set. So I bought this book, filled it up with various Libertad years. So this is more of a collector, but these have done well over time. But again, what I do is I am now looking for coins with an upside. I do still think that spot price could go lower. Not that it will, but I will continue my purchases as if it will go lower. I think, as I mentioned, silver will trend in a 17, 16 an ounce to 25, 30 an ounce in the foreseeable future. So that's how I'll plan my purchases and try to find a way where I leverage and I plan for dips. All right, guys, just wanted to put this out there, my approach, what I'm doing. Take this with a grain of salt. It's not advertisement to buy the way that I buy. It's just really sharing my experiences. For those of you that are new to stacking, Stick with it. Be smart. Don't get discouraged. But also try not to pay too much attention to the big channels that were giving you $50 an ounce silver a few months ago. Just be mindful, be careful who you get your advice from, and find your own path. All right, that's all I got for today. Have a good one. Take care.